Hi there. So today we're gonna try to recreate this testimonial slideshow from Quiller's document generators page. So it's a pretty simple slideshow with a fade in, fade out effect. So let's try to recreate it in Webflow. Let's go ahead and create a new blank project and we'll call it testimonials slideshow. All right. The first thing we're gonna try to do is recreate the background. So let's just go ahead and create a new section. Give this name a background, and we're gonna add a background image. We're gonna create a linear gradient with a color of 38178A. So that's a purplish blue, and on the other end we'll have 231766. All right. So let's get that in the middle. So we go to body and we change the layout to a flex box and just have it centered. Okay, so let's try to make this a 100% width. So by default, it doesn't have a height, but let's just not worry about that now because once we give it some content, the height will automatically adjust by itself. So Webflow has a handy slideshow feature already, so let's just plug that in. And we can't really see our background at the moment, so let's just give it a padding. Holding option will give you will allow you to change the padding for top and bottom at the same time. The same goes with the left and right. Okay, let's just leave it as is. So let's take a look at the slider element from Webflow. So by default, it has a mask, and within the mask, it has two slides at the moment. So if we just go to the preview, you can see that it toggles between two slides, but there's no content element, so you can't really see it. Now what we're going to do is we'll change the slide image background to white. And since we're not going to be using the left and right arrow over here, we'll just hide it at the moment. So layout display none. The same with the right arrow. Okay. We also have a slide navigation. So the settings for this allows you to, if you go to the slide settings, you can add slide. You can toggle between slide, and you can change the animation for it. So let's go back to slide navigation. We can't see at the moment. can't see it very clearly, so let's just reposition it at the moment. Let's add a margin at the bottom. I think what we do instead is position it to a relative. And we change the, okay, that looks all right for now. Okay, so let's just go ahead and change our slide. So what we will do is, so let's start by adding, okay, let's just start by getting the right border radius for this slider. So we go ahead and slider and add a border radius, let's say 5 pixel. And we also have a left border that is, so let's go ahead and put a left border. Put this at 10 pixel. Right, see the border here. And let's change the color to 5F38FF. Okay. Did we change it? We actually changed the body instead, so let's just go ahead and remove that. Let's go ahead and do the slider, left border. Okay. Let's 5F38FF. Okay, should get the border here. All right. Now, let's change the padding a little bit because it's a little smaller than that. So let's just have padding small. Background. Okay, let's leave that for now. And let's go ahead and add our content over here. Let's start with the quotation image. So let's put in a slider. And let's change the image. So I already have a quotation mark image. So I got this image from thaticon.com, and let's search for quotation. You'll find just use one that you prefer. I use that. And you can easily change the color by clicking here. But to do this, you need to be able to log in. But you can sign up for an account for free and be able to do this. So it's not a big problem. So let's go back here. Now, so the position of this quotation mark is not quite right. And let's change that. To do that, we first need to change its position to absolute. So you can't really see it, but that's because we also need to change the slider position to relative. Okay, it is relative. So let's just give it okay, it's here. Okay, let's give it a Z index of 1, 2, get 2 is alright. Z-index basically just brings the image to the front. In this case, it's going to be right in front of slider. Now we can change the position. So, like so. That looks alright. Okay, so okay, it looks fine for now. And let's go ahead and add the text. Okay, same thing, we need to change this to a relative. So the difference between position relative and absolute is relative you are able to change the position from where it originally is, and absolute will change the position from relative to the parent. So the parent in this case is the slider. It's a slide, so whatever that you change here is going to be relative. It's going to be, so this is 64 pixel from the top, from the slide, and 7 pixel from the slide border over here. But let's change it to relative so that we can change its own position. And let's do it over here. And let's give it some filler text. So I'm going to use the filler text from Hipson.co. It's basically just another version of lorem ipsum. Let's go ahead and copy that. Okay. Now, so this text extends beyond the slide. So let's adjust our padding a little bit. So we need the padding for our slide. Okay, so we can see that I think we changed the wrong. So we were just changing the background. So let's just go ahead and select the slider again and choose slider. And let's give it a padding. Oops. Okay, so it wasn't the padding. So let's give our slider width first. So let's give it a 7 pixel. Now, and we have a max 7 pixels as well. So let's give our text is let's see, 500. All right, and let's change the size of this. Let's go to typography and let's change this text to 16. Okay, it's pretty good. And we need to change the line height also. So to do this, let's just add a 16 current is 1.5, so we should have a line height of about 24. Okay. Let's give this a position. Change the position to not the font. Say just okay. This is all right. Okay, let's also change the font from Arial to System UI. Okay, that looks all right. Now let's go ahead and add the profile section. So we'll add a div container. Not this container. So add a div block right below this, inside the slide, but below the text block. And we'll give this a profile name container. Okay, and within the container, let's just change the position to absolute again. So there's nothing in the container right now. Let's just give that let's give this a image to put it inside a container and an image. So I already have downloaded the profile image samples. So you can get your profile image from this site, profile image generator. Search for that and you get random user. So each of these images is free to download. Just right click and let's give the image a width of 60 pixels. Okay. Okay, so now we can change. Okay, let's also add so let's give this a profile image class. And let's add a couple more text. Oh, before that, we actually need to add a container because we need to have a container for this name and title as well. So let's go ahead and add the div block to underneath the profile. Okay, and we'll give this a name, profile, and then we can add the text block within the profile. So this will have name class, and we'll have another one says title. Okay, it doesn't look pretty good at the moment, but let's start with bring the profile container position down to bottom. Okay, and Okay, let's change let's give this profile image a border radius of 100 pixels to make it round, and let's change the profile container to an inline block so that it'll sit right next to the profile image. Now let's give this a name, say Andrew, independent business. Right. Now let's go ahead and profile and change the position to relative. And so right. We want this to align with the text instead, so let's keep this here, and okay, that's all right. And let's go ahead and change the font. Font size 16 with the bold, and let's give this a same treatment but different font to its UI. And let's change the color to a lighter gray, so we use a 7B 4B9. Okay, looks we also use the lighter font weight. Okay, that looks pretty good. Perhaps you might want to bump the size of this font to 17. Okay, I'm going to change the line height as well. Okay. So far, so good. So the next thing we're gonna do is so I think we can go ahead and duplicate the slide right now. So let's get rid of the default slide at the moment. So when you duplicate the existing slide, all of these settings you'll retain all of the settings here. So let's just duplicate the slide and have another one. So now we have 3 slides. And let's just go ahead and change the content of the second slide. Again, we just go back to the generator. Let's change the profile image to okay, and name her Ariel. She's gonna be a Webflow designer. Okay, and let's go ahead and change the third one. web developer and designer, because why not? Okay, so pretty good. Let's just go ahead. So the default is a slide in, slide out animation. You can go ahead and change that, but first we need to change the size of this because I think it's a little bit too big. To do that, just go to type. Make sure you're selecting the slide navigation and change the font size to say 8 pixel. 8 pixel is good. And you go to the setting. You can change the spacing between them as well. That looks alright, 5 pixel. Okay, so how we're gonna do this is we're gonna not use the slide animation, but use the fade out in animation. So to get a little preview, you can change the slide through this button. So let's go ahead. I think I deselected the slide navigation. Okay. So let's get a preview. Okay. So we're getting a gray background whenever we transition. I think that's because our mask is also gray in color. Let's see. Does that change it? Yeah, let's fix it. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have an auto transition. So let's just go ahead and go to slide navigation, setting, slider settings, and we want to take the autoplay slides every 5 seconds. And make the duration of the transition longer to 1 second, and we're gonna have easing effect. All right, let's preview this one more time. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Slideshow. Okay, but in this case it's not centered. Let's go ahead and change that. Let's go to the background and do a flex box. Okay, this should do the trick. There. Okay, so now just to make it responsive. Let's go ahead and change the tablet view. Looks fine here. Now, for this mobile view, we first need to change the padding in the background because it's too much. Let's go ahead and spacing. Let's just reduce. Let's go ahead and change that. Okay, and background is right. So we need a little bit more. Okay. It's not the background, it's the background image of the slider. So it's a fixed width of, say, 500 now. Okay. So 500. And we also need to fix the text position. But let's just change the quotation position first. So just move here to right. And change the text font to 450. Okay. And a profile container. Let's do so. Okay. Okay. Let's fix the last one here. So the slide needs a width of 300 and text is 250. Okay, and let's change the position a little bit. All right, and we also need to increase the height of the slider. Okay, let's just leave it at 370 for now. And we need the profile container to be here. Okay. We also need to change the slide padding on the slider. Okay. And container. We'll change the size. Decrease the size a little bit. Okay. True. Change them to 50. Right. Let's go back to the profile image and change. There. Okay, that looks about right. And there you have it. A slideshow testimonial for your customer's page.